Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to install MySQL server and client on Ubuntu 22.04. So now I have Ubuntu 22.04 virtual machine. You can see it. Okay, now let's update the package list before installing MySQL server with sudo apt update. You can update the local package list. Also you can see the MySQL version that is available in the repositories with following command. So it is a apt cache policy package name. So now we are going to install MySQL 8. So let's install it with apt command. So there is no errors in the installation. Now just check the installation, whether the installation is successful or not with system control command. Generally it should be in a start state, but for some reason it is not working. Maybe you can start if it is in a stop state by executing sudo system control. Okay, now let's check the status of MySQL service. Yeah, it is running. So this you just normal. I had actually I just uninstall my previous MySQL service, so that is why it is in off state, stop state when I install the new version of MySQL. But by default, if you are doing the fresh installation, then it should be in a start state by default. So anyway, if it is not started, if it is in a stop state, then you can, if it is not running, then you can just simply start with the system control start command. Okay. So now server is running. Now let's set up the password. By default, MySQL will not have any password set, so let's set that first. And yeah, we have something called MySQL secure insertion, which will help us to secure our insertion, MySQL insertion. But the thing is, if we execute that first without setting the password, it is throwing some error. It is just, the system is stuck in a loop, like it is keep on throwing error. It was not able to set the password. This is happening with the recent version of MySQL package on Ubuntu 22.04 specifically. So let's set the password first, and then and then we can secure our insertion. So, MySQL. Yeah. So let's now let's set up the password for root user. So let's go to internet and you will just take the command. Yeah, so you will get this error if you will stuck in this if you execute MySQL secure insertion first. It will keep on showing the same error for you, to you if you are doing this on Ubuntu 22.04. So let's set up the password first and then move move to the further steps. So this is the command to set up the password. So we are setting up password for root user. Just paste it. Scan. Let's change the password. You can put anything you want. Just for demo purpose, I'm just putting this. But let's keep something complex. Password something complex. Nice. Query is successful, and we have password. Now we have a password for our root user. Let's exit. Now secure your MySQL installation with this command. So this will help us to do some recommended setups on MySQL setup. Our MySQL installation. So let's execute this. It is saying securing MySQL Server. Enter password for the root user. Okay, we just set up right. So now it is asking it is asking whether you want to change the password for root or not. No, we don't need to change because we already have a password, right? So I don't want to change. I'm just selecting no. Any other key, right? So just press any other key. So the second thing is, do you want to remove anonymous users? Yeah, MySQL will come with some test user, maybe anonymous user. It's not good to have that if you're doing prod installation or something. So after installation we can just remove that, no issues. So we just want to remove, just go yes. It is saying normally root should only be allowed to connect from localhost. This ensures someone cannot guess your root password from the network. Yeah, this is good practice. Yeah, we can restrict our root access to localhost alone. So I'm just giving yes. Remove test database. By default, our MySQL installation will come with test database and anonymous users. We already removed anonymous users. So we can also remove this test database, as we can create our own databases. We don't need this test database, so we can remove it. So yeah, now we have to apply the changes. Just give S so that it will be applied. The changes will be applied to the MySQL installation. Yeah, that's all. Now as usual we can install, we can log into our MySQL setup and we can see. So we have MySQL client, right? This MySQL command is a MySQL client. Okay, it will connect to MySQL server. So the command is MySQL-u, the username enter. Now it will ask for the password. So we know the password, right? We just set that. So now we are in a MySQL shell. Yep. So if you want to create, sorry. Yeah, if you now you can execute whatever the queries you want. So you can say, for example, I'm just executing this command status, and here you can see the status of MySQL server. You have connection ID and you have logged in user and other stuff. So now let's create a simple, one user and set a password. See whether it is working. By default, people will not prefer to use a root user, right? So we can just create a new user and see whether it is working. I can go with this example. You can set up any password better than password. Okay, so we are able to create a new user and see now. So if you want to work with maybe older clients, let's say you are going to connect your PHP client to MySQL server, then you can better go with MySQL native password with this password plugin, because the newer versions might not be supported in the old PHP versions or maybe in some drivers. So it's up to you. For example, for demonstration, I just created with a default plugin, password plugin, which is caching SH2 password. So if you want to connect with some old clients or PHP clients, then you can better go with the MySQL native password. So this plugin, the passwords created with this plugin will work, backward compatible, so it will work on old drivers as well. So now let's grant some privileges to the user, newly created user. Okay, so we just created this user, right? So now let's give some privileges. Maybe we can give all privileges for now, for example, or maybe you can give individual privileges, permissions to specific database or maybe table. Okay, so you can see the syntax here. Grant privileges on database table to username. So now I'm going to give all privileges to newly created user. Okay, so the query is grant all privileges on star means to all database and all tables to this user. Yeah, the query is successful. So now the newly created user will have all the privileges. Now just apply reload the privileges with flush privilege. Yep. Now all the changes are applied. Now you can exit and you can re-log in with a new user. So okay, yes, it's MySQL -u -p. So this will prompt you the password. Yeah, the new user is able to log into the MySQL shell. You can see, right? See this. Yeah, that's all. Now you can create your database, you can create your tables, and you can do everything you want. So yeah, that's all.